All right, everybody, welcome back to the deep dive.
Yes, welcome back.
So today we are going to Vietnam.
Virtually, of course.
Yeah, virtually going to Vietnam to look at some office design trends for 2025.
That's right.
Now, we've got this really fascinating research here, but it's all in Vietnamese.
It is all in Vietnamese.
But lucky for you guys, we've gone through it and we've pulled out the key takeaways to share.
Absolutely.
So don't worry about the language barrier.
Yeah, and a lot of these trends really do align with what we're seeing kind of globally
Yeah.
with shifting work culture.
Uh-huh.
But, Vietnam brings its own unique flavor to the mix, I think.
Okay, well, let's get into it then. What are some of the things that stood out to you?
Well, I think first and foremost, one of the biggest things that we saw
Yeah.
was just this huge emphasis on sustainability and well-being.
Okay.
So, biophilic designs are really, really big right now.
Yeah, we hear that a lot.
Yeah, but it's not just about like adding a couple of potted plants here and there.
Right.
Like we're talking vertical gardens, indoor waterfalls, even entire walls made of living moss.
Wow, that sounds pretty intense.
It's next level biophilia.
That's taken it to a whole other level. I mean,
Yeah.
I imagine the maintenance on that must be a nightmare, though.
Well, yeah, and that's actually one of the things that the research highlighted was,
Yeah.
Vietnamese companies are actually facing some challenges with this.
Huh?
Maintaining these living elements in a tropical climate can be really tricky
Yeah.
and expensive. And, there are concerns about allergies,
Yeah,
potentially insects.
sure.
So, it's like anything. I guess there are trade-offs, right?
There are always trade-offs.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so biophilic design is a big one. What else is going on?
So another big trend is flexibility.
Okay.
Like the traditional fixed desk setup
Yeah.
is kind of on its way out in Vietnam.
Interesting.
So instead, we're seeing this rise in something called hot desking.
Hot desking.
Yeah, so employees don't have assigned desks anymore. They basically just choose a workspace based on, whatever tasks
Oh, wow.
they need to do that day.
Huh, okay. I mean, I'm thinking hot desking in a culture that, really values collectivism.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work? How's that impacting team dynamics and work relationships and stuff?
Well, that's what's so interesting, right? It's like this fascinating social experiment.
Yeah.
But the research suggests that, while it can definitely promote, individual autonomy and efficiency,
Yeah.
companies do need to be really mindful about fostering, team cohesion and communication in this kind of more fluid environment.
So it's not just about, like, getting rid of all the desks and saying, hey, we're hot desking now. Good luck.
Exactly. It's about, there needs to be that conscious effort to build a new kind of work culture around it.
To complement it. Yeah.
Exactly.
What else did we find?
So imagine you walk into an office, right?
Okay.
And instead of seeing, rows and rows of desks,
Right.
you see all these different spaces that are designed for different activities.
Right.
So let's say you need like some serious focus time. You can head over to like a quiet zone.
Okay.
Maybe there's, noise canceling pods or something like that.
Okay.
But then if you've got a team project to work on, there's like a collaborative zone
Yeah.
with, modular furniture you can reconfigure for brainstorming or presentations or whatever.
So it's kind of like the office is becoming like a choose-your-own-adventure type of thing.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, I like that. And then what about technology? How's technology being integrated into all this?
Well, of course, technology is, seamlessly integrated. We're
Yeah.
talking smart meeting rooms with like interactive whiteboards and, top-notch video conferencing tech
Sure.
for that, seamless collaboration, whether you're in the office or working remotely.
Oh, of course.
But what I thought was really interesting about Vietnam's approach
Yeah.
is this emphasis on like locally developed technology.
Oh, interesting.
So they're actually creating their own smart office solutions that are kind of tailored to the specific needs and cultural context of Vietnamese businesses.
That's great. Supporting homegrown innovation. I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, so we've got this shift towards these more flexible, dynamic workspaces.
Yeah.
Does that reflect like a broader change in work culture there, would you say?
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
Vietnamese companies are really starting to recognize the importance of employee well-being, autonomy, work-life balance.
Yeah.
And, these design trends are really just a reflection of that.
A tangible reflection of that shift in thinking.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've gone to Vietnam virtually. We've looked at all these trends.
We have.
What does this all mean for our listeners?
Well, I think it provides, a really fascinating glimpse into the future of work.
Yeah.
Even if you're not in Vietnam.
Right.
These trends can, invite us all to think about, how can our own work environments evolve
Yeah.
to foster more, creativity, collaboration, well-being.
Yeah, and it makes you think about how these trends are going to impact, workplace productivity.
Yes, absolutely.
Employee satisfaction. Things to think about as we navigate, this ever-changing landscape of work.
Always changing.
All right, thanks for joining us on another deep dive, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See you later.